so you don't need to see me. I'm going to turn on my video. So this is if you take out your mobile phone, you'll be able to actually get access to our Instagram, which will show you a little some little fun pictures and some videos of some of the things that our real students actually do, and some information about our programs. You'll also see on this first slide our email and our website. You can email us at any time, day or night, to access any questions. And our website is also updated pretty frequently. We're doing a lot of major updates for our summer programs, which I'll give you a lot of information about in the next couple of slides. So, who is Penn Arts and Sciences? What are our high school programs? So let's start about who we are not. We are not summer camps. So our summer programs are not summer camps. We are not somewhere where you're going to go, and we are not we're fun, but we are not somewhere where you can just, for parents, do not send your kids here thinking that they're just going to be doing like arts and crafts and playing basketball and like just doing fun stuff, and there's no academic enrichment. We are definitely an academic enrichment experience. We are definitely someplace where your students are going to get a well-rounded experiences. We're Penn, right? This is an Ivy League institution where your students are going to get rigorous academic experiences where, yes, they're going to have a lot of fun. They're going to meet a lot of amazing people and a lot of amazing students, but this is not a summer camp. So I did mention a little bit about who Penn is. We're a part of the Ivy League consortium. And what it means to be in a part of the Ivy League is that we have an amazing reputation of being known a part of some other Ivy League institutions, and some of which are on this webinar today. So as you can see here, Penn is a part of some other high esteemed institutions such as Penn, Columbia, Harvard, Dartmouth, Yale, Cornell, Brown, and Princeton. We have the highest reputation among other institutions. We have world-class programs, one of the highest selective admission processes, very prestigious faculty and staff, one of the most well-known alumni, and our name of our alumni, our faculty, our staff, and the name Penn gets you indoors. So coming to Penn, coming to any institution that's a part of the Ivy League can get you places, any place, honestly. So a little bit about Penn specifically. We have 12 schools. So some of you may be familiar with some of the schools that are a part of Penn, but these are all the 12 schools. Some of the schools are specifically have undergraduate degrees. Some of them are graduate schools only. So for instance, graduate school of education is just for students who are pursuing their graduate school. So for instance, I'm getting my doctorate degree in higher education. So I attend the graduate school of education. But the School of Arts and Sciences has a mixture of undergraduates, graduate and graduate students as well. So for Penn Arts and Sciences, it falls underneath the School of Arts and Sciences. So we have non-credit, undergraduate programs, graduate programs, and Penn Arts and Sciences high school programs falls under the School of Arts and Sciences. So that's just a little bit of a brief history of just kind of like the 12 schools of Penn, but any of these schools you can definitely look into. But Penn operates as a huge, Penn is huge, but we all operate completely separately. But one of the big things that you need to know in regards to Penn in general is that when people apply to Penn, most time they're applying to Penn in the School of Arts and Sciences. when first year students apply to Penn, most time they're applying to the School of Arts and Sciences because that's usually referred to as the college. Most people apply to the School of Arts and Sciences, and then they transition once they graduate, like their senior year, to one of these other schools to kind of pursue more of a specialized interest. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about our summer programs and a little bit more about the demographics of the students who typically apply for our programs. So most of our program participants are Ivy League hopefuls. And they're very much high achieving students. Some of our students are students who are legacy students, so meaning that they have parents, friends, family members who have come to Penn before, or they're just very much know about Penn or something along those lines. But most of us, that's not always the case. It's actually a small fraction of those students. But most of our students are just very much high achieving, ambitious, curious, and they really are just seeking a challenge. And they know that we have those types of programs for them. Our students come from all around the world. We pride ourselves in welcoming students from every corner of the world. We love that. Diversity and inclusion is very important to us. The admissions criteria that we're looking for in regards to eligibility is students who have a strong academic record, at the minimum a 3.5 GPA. We do realize that students don't necessarily always have a traditional GPA of a 3.5. Sometimes students might have the grading scale might be like a 1 through 7 or something along those lines, something different, but we're able to convert it so that way we know that, like, as long as you have something equitable, so that way you're passing your classes or you're doing really well in your classes, that still counts. So don't necessarily get scared saying that I don't necessarily have a 3.5 GPA, but I still do really well in my classes. That still counts. We do require well-written essays, and we will let you know what our essay prompts are on our website and also in our applications. We also require letters of recommendation. Our prerequisites on some of our programs, we will let you know what those are. You just need to make sure that you meet those. Language proficiency, that will also be listed on our website as well. For non-native speakers, that could either be the TOEFL, Duolingo, or whatever English language test that may be. Or you may just need to attend the English medium school for a certain amount of time. Okay, so we do have a couple different program options. The program options are Penn Summer Prep. That is a 2-week residential non-credit program. Non-credit means that you do not get college credit, but you do get a certificate of completion. That program runs from July the 5th to July 19th, 2025. That is liberal arts themed. So that means you would be able to take, let's just say, for instance, maybe a photography class in the morning and maybe a philosophy class in the afternoon. It's kind of like a choose your own adventure type of experience. You can look at modules that we offered in 2024 on our website. Our academies are 3 weeks, completely residential, meaning, and when I say residential, it means that there are no online options. It means that you would have to come to Penn and get the full college experience. It's also not credit. Again, you get no college credit, but you would get a certificate. It would run from July 5th to July 26th. And our academies are very intensive. So if you were very much into one particular subject, this is all you would do for 3 weeks, about 6 to 8 hours a day. All of our academies are very much research focused. And for our STEM academies specifically, so our biomedical, our physics, our chemistry, our neuroscience ones, they have lab components. So you will be working on a Penn lab with Penn faculty and staff, where you would be in a research lab or in a lab. using all the pen equipment, doing all the things with other TAs and journal club leaders and things like that. So it's a really amazing experience where you really get into the subject matter, which is really awesome. For our non-STEM related things like social justice and global culture and media, um, you would be able to go on trips around the city, things like that, and really get into the subject matter as well. Really immersive experience, and we really pride ourselves on those experiences as well. For those of you who are not really looking to go come to campus, but are really interested and still having a version of a Penn experience, you can still participate with one on our online seminars, which are 3 weeks online and 9 credit. They run from June 9th to June 27th. And then we also have another session from July 7th to July 25th. We'll be posting those subject topics on our website in the next 2 weeks, and they will be focused around technology, liberal arts, and sciences as well. For those of you who are actually interested in getting credit for college, like you're looking to kind of get a jump start and you're actually a junior or a senior, and you're looking to get credit for college, you can actually participate in our pre-college program, which is 6 weeks, and you have the option to either take a class online or come to Penn's campus and truly live like a college student. And our pre-college program is really amazing because you actually are taking college classes with other Penn college students. Whereas if you do the Penn Summer Prep program or a Penn Summer Academy or an online seminar, you're only taking it with other high school students. With the pre-college program, you're taking it with Penn undergraduate students. So not only are you taking, if you do the pre-college program, you're getting a 4 credit course. So you're getting a credit unit, a college course, college credit, and you're doing it with Penn undergraduates, but you're being a college student for 6 weeks. So that's something to consider. For international students, I will let you know, and Canadian students, you would be considered an international student. You have to take a minimum of 1.5 CUs. So just kind of keep that in mind. These are just some of our prerequisites for some of our summer academies. I'll be quick about this. Our summer academies, you do need certain prerequisites. This will be listed on our website, so I advise you. You need to, when you go on our website, some of their prerequisites. So for biomedical research, you need at least 1 year of high school biology. Integrated science courses typically do not count to meet prerequisite requirements. So generally for our Canadian students, 11th grade students are typically probably the best fit for our biomedical research students. So 11th grade students going into their 12th grade year probably have met this course requirement. So just kind of keep that in mind. For global culture and media and social justice and experimental physics, there is no prerequisite. But please go into our website to make sure that you either meet the course requirement or you do not meet the course requirement before you apply for any of our programs. This is just a sample week that kind of gives you an idea of kind of how we outline what a typical course or typical day might look like for any of our students. We do provide meals for all of our students. We do an inclusive tuition, so that way you don't really have to worry about anything. So all your meals are included, trips are included. Like I said, we're not a summer camp, but we still include like a lot of fun activities. Students get meals, they get laundry included, trips on the weekends, activities in the evenings. And as you can see, a lot of class time, all of these activities that are included in the evenings and on the weekends, they do vary each day and each weekend. This is just a sample schedule. And as you can see, all the students are happy, a lot of students, a lot of diversity. So, we really want to make sure students are well-rounded, happy, and all of their emotional, physical, social, things are met. The most important things that you need to know is that our applications open for summer on December the 1st. Early application is strongly encouraged as our applications are processed on a rolling basis until programs are full. You are more than welcome to contact us at the below email, which is hsprogs@sas.upenn.edu. And that website, hs.sas.upenn.edu, takes us to our full website. Hopefully you're putting a lot of questions in the chat because I know I only gave you like a very broad overview of what we offer, but we are consistently updating our website. One of the things I will let you know is that just because you come to our summer programs, it does not necessarily guarantee you admission to Penn undergraduate. For those of you who are interested in coming to Penn as a Penn undergraduate, this QR code will give you information about Penn undergrad. You can also scan this QR code that will tell you more about the Penn undergraduate section. And then here's some other information about the virtual information session that Penn undergrad hosts. They can give you all the information that you may require in regards to Penn admissions. I can only tell you about Penn high school programs, unfortunately, but more than happy to talk to you about Penn high school programs. Yes. Any questions?
All right, awesome. Thank you, Tiffany, coming
Mhm.
to share Penn with us today. Your team's been on it. The audience has
Oh,
been
yeah,
doing their
good.
job of putting their questions in the Q&A box, and your
Awesome.
team have tackled all
Yes.
of the
Awesome.
questions
Awesome.
that we had. So we just want to thank you and your team for coming and sharing Penn with us today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us. We'll
You're
stay
very
around if you
welcome.
have any other questions.
Okay, excellent. Sounds good. All right, so as we transition, we're going to transition to Columbia University, and we have Anita, who is up next. Welcome, Anita.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I am going to share my screen right now. Here we go. Okay, so hopefully you can see my screen. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Anita Weiss, and I am the Assistant Director for Pre-College Recruitment. Joining me behind the scenes is my colleague, Susanna Yang, who will be covering the chat for us. So this is what we're going to be covering today in our quick 15 minutes. You're going to see an overview of everything we're talking about. We're going to start out generally talking about Columbia University and then just become more and more detailed as we move along. So here you will see Columbia's beautiful neoclassical campus located on Manhattan's Upper West Side. Columbia is a top 20 global university made up of 20 schools, over 200 institutes and research centers, and employing over 4,000 full-time faculty. Our student body includes over 32,000 students from 153 countries, and our alumni include over 85 Nobel Prize winners. We're very proud of the diversity of our Columbia community in terms of their backgrounds, experiences, and accomplishments. Now let's talk a little bit about our pre-college programs. Our programs actually run year-round, and right now we're accepting applicants for our spring program, but these next couple of slides will acquaint you with all of our programs taking place both during the academic year and summer. So one of the goals of our program is to give students an opportunity to further their understanding of a subject area that they might be considering pursuing in college or as a future career. Our classes go beyond what they study in a typical high school setting. So for example, we have offerings in law, finance, neuroscience, technology, and more. And we meet our students at their level. Some of our classes are introductory, while others delve more deeply than what students may have been exposed to in the past. All of our classes encourage active participation and collaboration to give students the confidence to speak publicly and be able to articulate their positions with nuance. Another advantage of the program is the diversity of viewpoints. Our students come from all over the world, so while students may have a shared interest in a subject area, they bring their own unique perspectives from those varied backgrounds. This also means that our classes train students to navigate conversations with differing perspectives. And finally, beyond learning the subject matter, our goal is to also prepare students for college. We hold numerous workshops and lectures, from writing college application essays to how to thrive in college. Let's talk a little bit about academics now. Our instructors are typically practitioners who are experts in their fields and specialize in subjects not traditionally covered in a high school setting, such as entrepreneurship, medicine, creative writing, law, and AI. I suggest that you go to our website for yourself and browse the courses and course descriptions to see what we have to offer. By networking and engaging with our instructors, students can better understand the path required to carve out a career in these areas, giving them a head start in pursuing their future aspirations. We also keep our class sizes small, with most classes having less than 25 students, and all of our classes are live, not pre-recorded. We do this because our program emphasizes active participation and critical thinking. We expect students to actively engage in classroom discussions and think critically about the topics at hand, thus creating a stronger experience for each member of the classroom. In addition, with our small classes, there's a high level of student-to-student and student-to-instructor engagement, providing a collaborative learning environment. Our courses are rigorous and serve as a bridge between high school and college, giving students the confidence to push themselves academically to the next level. The long-lasting, tangible benefits of the program are the skills and knowledge you'll be instilled with as you move forward in the college application process and your undergraduate studies. Like Penn, our classes are not for credit. Instead of a grade, students will receive a certification of participation and an individualized letter of evaluation from their instructor describing the course itself and how the student performed in class. When you participate in one of our programs, you are actually receiving more than just the opportunity to delve into a single subject. You'll also join peers outside of your class in exciting and fun co-curricular activities. We have a full slate of student life activities, so if you only participate in your course, you're actually missing out on half the program. These activities generally fall within one of 4 categories. You can see them here on the slide: leadership in a diverse world, preparing for college, career skills and exploration, and cross-cultural community building. We also have an instructor lecture series. You might be taking a blockchain class, but that doesn't mean you aren't equally interested in geopolitics. This is a chance to hear from one of those instructors and get a taste of what that class might be like. And lastly, we also have lectures on college applications, as I mentioned earlier. We'll be hosting admissions talks by current Columbia undergraduate admissions officers, as well as workshops on how to write college application essays, which you'll be expected to submit if you're using the Common Application for U.S. schools, for example. All of our co-curricular activities will take place virtually for those of you who are taking our classes virtually to accommodate for the online format of our program. But now let's talk about spring in particular. So for the spring, we're running the Academic Year Weekend program. It's an online program that takes place for 10 weeks on either Saturday or Sunday, depending on the class schedule. You may register for up to 4 courses. However, we don't recommend taking 4 classes because these classes are very rigorous and our participants tend to be really studious with heavy workloads. And we want our students to receive the full benefit of the program without being overwhelmed. So we suggest that you stick to 1 or 2 courses. You may choose from several curricular options in a wide range of topics, from computer programming to medicine to marketing and everything in between. Our courses are taught by top instructors passionate about their fields and about teaching. A full listing of the courses can be seen on our website. Courses are taught in 2-hour blocks in either the morning, afternoon, or evening. Classes, again, are synchronous, so this means you must be present and live at your computer at the stated time. These times are in Eastern Time, New York City time, which is where our university and our program is based. Once again, the program is not for credit and is not graded. Rather than a transcript, students will earn that Columbia University certification of participation and the personalized letter of evaluation from their instructor. We also have the Columbia Writing Academy, and they will be offering a course this spring. The course is designed for high school students who know that writing is the key to college success and want to develop their own personal voice and expand their writing skills before starting college. Through a combination of workshops and tutorials, exercises, and assignments, students will practice the fundamental skills for writing successful college essays, developing a position to argue, persuading readers, anticipating counter arguments, and crafting strong sentences. Students will explore each stage in the writing process, brainstorming, drafting, revising, and will receive in-depth feedback at each stage of the process. By the end of the course, students will have practiced the major skills of successful college writing and have written a college-level essay. The Academy will be a lively 2-week online course that requires 6 to 8 hours of work each week, including reading, writing, and participating in 3 synchronous Zoom sessions each week. Those synchronous sessions will be held Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time and will include seminar-style discussions and writing workshops. If you are interested in applying to the Writing Academy, just use the same application you would for the spring term of our academic year weekend program. So now let's get into some of those details. The spring term starts on January 18th and runs through March 23rd. Again, it's a 10-week program taking place on the weekends. Our spring application deadline is December 5th. Like Penn, our applications are processed on a rolling basis, which is why we encourage you to submit your application even before the deadline. It can take up to 3 weeks to receive a decision depending on the volume of applications that need processing. Supporting materials such as transcripts and letters of recommendation can be received after the application is submitted. So this means that you don't need to wait for these materials and you should submit your application as soon as everything is complete. But please note that we will not actually review the applications until all of the materials have been received. Here you can see our spring program costs. There's an $80 application fee. Each course costs $2,700 and students will also pay a one-time program fee of $110. So for example, if you take 2 courses, the tuition would be $5,400, but the program fee would remain $110. For spring academic year weekend students, the enrollment deposit is $500. This deposit is credited towards the overall cost of the program and is not an additional fee. As yet another reminder of the importance of reviewing a course's description, please check your individual course website for time requirements and also any necessary course materials, including equipment or software that you might be needing. Certain curricular options, in addition to the general program cost, may have expenses such as specific textbooks or other materials. So now let's talk a little bit about the application itself. To start an application, go to our website, precollege.sps.columbia.edu. Hover your cursor over admissions in the upper right-hand corner and click on pre-college programs. That will take you to the image on the right. Click on the red Apply button for the application associated with your term of interest. You can also find helpful links to dates, program costs, and program policies on this page. You can find our application requirements listed here. The spring application is open to students who will be in grades 9 through 12 in the spring. To apply, you will complete the online application form, pay the $80 application fee, submit an unofficial transcript of all the courses taken from grade 9 forward. For those students who have just completed grade 8, then they would submit their most recent grade 8 report card. Please make sure that your name, school name, and all grades appear on the transcript. Students will also need 1 teacher letter of recommendation, preferably written by an instructor who teaches in a field closely related to your curricular preferences. All recommendations must be submitted using a school-affiliated email address, not a personal email like Gmail or Yahoo. In the application, there are also 2 short answer questions you'll need to answer, and you'll need to fill out the curricular interest form, which we're going to discuss more in a second. Finally, sign the community standards consent form, and there might be additional materials such as writing samples if you're interested in a creative writing class. Just a quick word on English language proficiency. One of the huge benefits of our program's online format is that we're able to connect students from all over the world, but I want to emphasize that our courses are taught completely in English. We do not require TOEFL scores or other English language proficiency scores, but students should be completely fluent in English. Applicants who are not native English speakers should objectively assess their English comprehension, writing, and speaking skills. Our classes are academically rigorous and may require students to feel comfortable using technical and specialized vocabulary depending on the course. One of the core foundations of our program is class participation through active discussions, both in an online chat format and when called upon to speak in class. This enhances the classroom experience for all participants. Students should be able to engage in the classroom, fast-paced discussions, and read all materials and assignments without any interpretation or translation assistance. Now about the courses. Students are actually applying to the overall program and not a specific class. In the application, students will have to fill out a curricular interest form, but the purpose of this form is to share your course of interest with our team for our planning purposes, so we can determine how many sections of a course we need to offer. Similar to the college application process, you are applying to the program first and then enrolling in courses. And our courses will fill on a first-come, first-served basis, and some of them will fill quickly. So it is important to get that application submitted as early as possible. Once admitted, students may register for any course whose prerequisites they have fulfilled. Registration instructions will be provided once students have been admitted and have accepted the enrollment offer. Again, keep in mind, some courses will have a prerequisite, and to satisfy that prerequisite, you must have received a B or higher for the required course. You can find prerequisite information for a course on the course page. So after applying, you'll receive an email notification when an application status update is available, and you can view your decision letter in your application portal. Your application portal is the same place where you submitted your application and will submit further enrollment forms post-admission. Enrolled students will be required to provide a non-refundable enrollment deposit, and the decision letter will give you guidance on how to do that. So just to recap, after you apply to the program as a whole, it takes 1 to 2 weeks before you receive an email saying that your decision letter is available. If you're accepted in the program, you'll pay a non-refundable enrollment deposit to secure your spot in the program. After paying the deposit, you'll submit some enrollment forms. Once they are all completely submitted, then you'll be able to register for your class pending availability. So thank you so much for hearing me today talk about our programs, but I do want to give you a little quick note about summer. Our summer program will run both online and in person. We have 1 week and 2 week online options and 1 week and 3 week in-person options, and a residential option for 3 weeks for students who are 16 or older. Our summer application is going to open in late November. So if you would like to be added to our mailing list to learn more about our programs this spring, but also our upcoming summer 2025 session, please use that QR code that you see on your screen right now. And we are going to stick around if there are any questions in the chat, or at the end of all of the presentations, we'll do a live Q&A session. But you can also reach us at the email address listed on our screen, hsp@columbia.edu, and you'll see our website there once again. And if you want to see what it's like to be one of our students, check us out on Instagram at Columbia Pre-College. And that's it for me. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Anita, and sharing Columbia University with us. So up next, we have a Dr. Newcomb that is with Harvard University. So welcome, Dr. Newcomb. How are you doing?
Great. Thank you for having me. Let me get my screen share up. Hopefully you can all see that. And I'm going to go off video so I can focus on telling you all about Harvard's programs. All right, so thank you again for joining. My name is Dr. Jacqueline Newcomb. I'm the director and the creator of the Harvard Pre-College program at Harvard University, which just celebrated its 10th year last summer. However, we're the oldest university and summer school in the country. Harvard College was founded in 1636 and Harvard Summer School in 1871. It actually admitted women that very first year. And the secondary school program has been running for almost 55 years now. Today, I'm going to give you an overview of the Harvard Pre-College program and the secondary school programs. I'll discuss the differences between Harvard Summer School options, describe a typical day for students, courses and co-curricular events, application requirements, and really what we're looking for in successful applicants. So in our program, students take college-level courses taught by Harvard instructors, getting to experience what Ivy League academics are really like. Our students come from nearly all 50 US states and 70+ countries to attend Harvard Summer School. So through our programs, they meet new friends from around the world and build important life skills that can lead to a successful future college experience, all while strengthening their college application. Completing a Harvard Summer School program can help with college admissions in several ways. Students demonstrate to admission committees their ability to succeed in a rigorous college course. They gain tools to navigate the college admissions process successfully through our college readiness activities, such as workshops on how to write the college admission essay and choosing the right college. And we even host a series of panels with admission officers from other institutions so our students can hear directly from them what they're looking for in a college applicant. Students can also use this experience as an inspiration for a college essay. Many students say that their program gave them confidence or inspired them to pursue a certain field of study. The Harvard Summer School hires Harvard College students and visiting graduate and undergraduate students to serve as residential staff. And our instructors, teaching assistants, and tutors understand the Harvard curriculum and can support students through their program. Along with our resources offered by the Harvard Summer School, students also have access to a range of academic resources, including student success coaching, academic tutoring, and our writing center. We work hard to ensure that students feel a sense of belonging while proactively applying protocols and procedures to keep our community safe. Students will grow in both independence and confidence as they control their own schedule, deciding when to study, what they want to do in their free time, and where to explore in the greater Boston area. We have 3 excellent programs within the Harvard Summer School. The flexible 7-week secondary school program, where students can choose to live on campus, commute from home, or study 100% online in 1 or 2 4-credit courses, or an 8-credit course. We have 4-week secondary school program where students can take 1 4-credit course and live on campus for 4 weeks, enrolling in a course on campus. And finally, we have my program, which is the 2-week pre-college program, which focuses on learning for learning's sake. Students take 1 non-credit course and live on campus for 2 weeks. And visa and eligibility vary for each program, but all of our students for every program must be 16 years old by the first day of the Harvard Summer School. In our rigorous courses, students could study neuroscience or dive into evolutionary genetics, learn the basics of coding to get a head start in a career in data science or AI design, study constitutional law, personal finance, the art of fairy tales, and so much more. Whichever course students choose to pursue, they will be immersed in their academic interests alongside peers who share their intellectual curiosity. Pre-college courses are all taught by Harvard affiliates and offer small class sizes, mirroring Harvard's first-year seminars. Students receive a non-credit grade on their Harvard transcript and a written evaluation by their instructor. Secondary school courses have a variety of learning modalities where students take credit-bearing courses alongside Harvard and visiting undergrads and adult learners. Students receive a Harvard transcript with a letter grade. We do not offer high school courses. Rather, we offer college courses and programs that are open to high school students. So now I'm going to talk about what a typical day would look like for a student in one of our programs. Students in the 2-week pre-college program are in a class 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday. and they can expect approximately 2 to 4 hours of homework each day. They live in Harvard upper-class houses right along the Charles River, alongside residential proctors who have intentional interactions with them throughout the program and serve as a resource and a source in building a sense of community. The Pre-College Passport co-curricular activities are a place for students to learn new skills and get to know others in the program. These required activities help ensure that students have a well-rounded experience. Students choose their events and attend and engage in two of each of the following categories: academic exploration, college readiness, social and residential, and trips and recreation. Attending our social events and virtual admission sessions are optional, but they're always encouraged. For the 7 and the 4-week secondary school credit programs, they offer undergraduate courses where they have a few differences regarding course loads between the 4 and the 7-week. Students in the 4-week program enroll in one on-campus course, meeting 2.5 hours, 4 days a week. 7-week courses meet for 3 hours, either 2 days if it's a 4-credit course, or 5 days a week if it's 8 credits. All can expect to spend an additional 2 to 3 hours on homework and studying each day. 7-week residential students must take 8 credits in total, either 4 credit courses for 2 or 1 8-credit course. And those on an I-20 must enroll only in on-campus courses. However, online students in the 7-week program can take either a 4-week or an 8-week course. 8-credit course. SSB students are encouraged to plan their own schedules, so all events and activities outside the classroom are optional, but we do have a wide variety to choose from. When Harvard Summer School students are not in class, they have the opportunity to attend a variety of workshops, lectures, and events. Whether they're practicing a new language during lunch at a language table, studying with friends in our incredible libraries, or playing a pickup game of soccer, they will appreciate their flexible schedule. In program activities and independently, our students have enjoyed exploring world-class museums like the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, popular destinations like Martha's Vineyard, seeing a Red Sox baseball game at Fenway Park, guided walking tours of historic sites in Boston, and giving back through volunteer or opportunities with local organizations. Harvard Summer School students receive a Harvard ID, giving them access to athletic facilities and any other campus resources. We have 5 museums right on our own campus. We're located in Cambridge, Mass., so students can enjoy Harvard Square and everything our city and Boston has to offer. We're right on the subway line. Here are the 5 keys to being a successful applicant in the Harvard Summer School. First, students need to be highly motivated with a strong passion for learning. They're taking the most challenging courses available to them in their high school and excelling academically, then they will be a strong candidate. Most of the pre-college students who we had admitted last year had about a 3.85 to 4 higher than a 4.0 GPA. I spoke about independence earlier, but want to note that students are responsible for managing their own time, completing their own assignments, and taking advantage of the resources available to them. This includes having the self-awareness to know when they need to ask for help. Harvard Summer School attracts students from diverse backgrounds and cultures, and successful students are open-minded and willing to learn from others who may have different perspectives and experiences. The Harvard Summer School programs are designed to challenge students and push them out of their comfort zones. Successful students are willing to take risks, embrace new ideas, and work hard to achieve their goals. Applications for Harvard Summer School programs open online on December 2nd, 2024. Please note you can only apply to one of our 3 programs, and the early application deadline for priority consideration is Wednesday, January 8th, with a regular application deadline of Wednesday, February 12th. International students that require an I-20 sponsorship from Harvard must apply by the regular deadline. And if they're applying to the secondary school program as a residential or commuter student. Pre-college students do not require an I-20. The late application deadline is really for pre-college program and online secondary school program students, and it's April 9th. But applications may close sooner depending on course wait lists. As the other colleagues mentioned, you apply to the program and then you choose your class once you're admitted. Applications are considered complete only if all required materials have been received by the deadline. These requirements include the application, which has several short essay prompts, the counselor report, transcripts, including from 9th grade through the fall of 2024, a rules and media release form from a parent or guardian, and a $75 application fee. Additionally, if a student's native language is not English, they must submit English proficiency scores from either the TOEFL IBT, IELTS Academic, or Duolingo English test. Both the council report and the rules and media release are sent out through the application. Students will enter their counselors and their parent or guardian's contact information, which will prompt the forms to be sent out to the representative parties via email. As a reminder, both of these forms must be complete and submitted by the deadline for the student's application to be considered by the admissions committee. For the counselors in the room, this is a copy of an email, an example of an email you might receive to complete a council report. The online report itself should take about 5 minutes to complete and ask counselor to speak to the student's academic abilities, achievements, and motivation in comparison to their peers. Along with answering those few questions, counselors are also asked to provide students transcripts and a school profile if one is available. Providing test scores for the student is optional but encouraged. Counselors should prepare these documents in advance, as once you begin the form, you may not be able to submit the report at a later time. Thanks for listening. I'll be available for questions following the presentation. And in the meantime, feel free to click on the QR code to request more information or contact Harvard Summer School directly using the contact information here. Also, please join us for our next webinar on how to prepare for the application on November 18th at 7 p.m. You can go to the Harvard Summer School website to sign up.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Newcomb, for sharing Harvard University with us. So we're all all of our presenters, we ask you to come back. We are getting close to time, and your team, just great job support team that came and took care of all the questions, right? In the chat. So we appreciate that. But before we get out of here today, we just want to ask you just a just general question of, what's your favorite part about your campus and your community? So you could take a moment to think about that. And whenever you're ready to hop off, you're more than welcome to come off mute and answer that question.
I'm happy to answer that question. So we're located in the heart of New York City. And so it's just a super vibrant, exciting place for students to experience, not just international students, but New York is different from students all over the country. I'm originally from Texas and Arizona, so I can tell you when I moved to New York, it was culture shock for me. But I think it's a really great way for students to step out of their comfort zone, experience a big urban city, and to do it with the training wheels on, because my own children, as I said, we were living in Arizona. They both went to school back east, but they had an opportunity to do programs back east while they were in high school. And so that's what I love about our programs is it gets students an opportunity to try out new places to live that might be very, very different from what they're used to. And of course, there's no place like New York.
I would have to agree. I'm from Philly myself. So, Philly is an amazing space. Philly in the summertime is also pretty awesome. Um, you know, Penn is a beautiful campus. We're right in the middle of West Philadelphia, so we're really close to Center City as well, which is a cultural hub spot, of Philadelphia. And, along with, so University of Pennsylvania is actually located in University City. And so we're also surrounded by other colleges as well. So we're right next door to Drexel University, which is also a really huge university as well. So you have University of Pennsylvania students, Drexel students as well. So it's just a lot of college students, a lot of other high school students. So our high school students are also able to just interact with a lot of like young people. And a lot of shopping, a lot of things. So coming to Penn over the summer, our students are able to just live, you know what I mean? Have fun, get a lot of good food and, see the city. We actually do take them to New York as one of the weekend trips. So we will come see, we'll be in your neighborhood a little bit, Columbia. So I think our students really enjoy that. We also take them to Hershey Park. So they really do get a taste of like the tri-state area as well. So not only do they get like, the experience of being like the college student as well, Monday through Friday, but just being able to experience a little bit of like the tri-state area because we are so close to New York, DC, and New Jersey because we take them to the beach as well. I think it's just an amazing, opportunity for students to just kind of see that there is life outside of, being in the textbook, as a college student as well.
And I'd say I'm a New Englander, so of course Boston and Cambridge are incredibly special to me. It's really where the heart of the US history began. I live very, very close to where the Revolutionary War started. So it's a very interesting place to be, very historic. And with Harvard being the oldest university in the country, there's just a lot of history steeped here. In good and bad ways, we acknowledge all of our history. But I think one of the things that I really love about working with pre-college students is getting to see them grow. It's an incredible transformation in between 2, 4, and 7 weeks. I really watch students come in who may be used to being kind of the smartest student in their class or the most ambitious, and then they get here and they're no longer the big fish in the small pond. They become a little fish in a big pond, and to watch that transformation and see them tackle their own imposter syndrome is incredible. It really gives me the opportunity to watch students grow both inside and outside of the classroom. And I think specifically with the pre-college program, which I created, I'm really excited about giving them the opportunity to study something just for learning's sake without worrying about having a letter grade and, just having that opportunity to embrace an academic genre which they may not have been comfortable doing. Like my other colleagues have noted, we're not offering classes you can typically get in your own high school. So it really gives you the opportunity to delve into a very cool subject that you may not have the option to do in your high school.
Excellent. Well, thank you all for just coming today. Just amazing presentations. I had a wonderful time learning. I know that you all did too as viewers today. Oh, we have a question. Okay, we have a question. Just a moment. It snuck right on in. We have the time. All right, let's see. So when it comes to cost of living and everything like that, just let us know in the chat where's the best place to find it. Just real quick, we can go around just for each person. Where's the best place to find that information?
So the cost of living for the
Summer
city.
program, for the summer program.
Oh, on our tuition page. So
Yes, yes.
yeah, so our summer 2024 information is still listed on our website, but our summer 2025 information will be listed on December the 1st, along with our other updated application information.
All right, excellent.
And I just
Any,
put
yeah.
our information in, I answered the question that just came in. So I put all the dates of our programs, which I know were not shared. So I put the dates of our programs and the cost and information for the secondary school and the pre-college program in the response to the Q&A.
Yeah, and I actually am putting together a flyer right now that will have all of the information about our summer program. It'll have the dates, the cost. There'll be QR codes to take you to specifically which program you might be interested in, whether it's online, commuter, or residential. So I would just encourage students to share their contact information with me using that QR code that I had on my screen. And I think you're going to also give them an opportunity to share their contact information with us. And I'll make sure that they get that flyer that gives them all the information they need about costs and dates.
And as I mentioned
Excellent.
before, our website is constantly being updated. So even prior to December the 1st, you'll be able to see even more updated information as well.
All right. And while I wrap things up, I do have it where now you can write in the chat if you want to, write your information in the chat for everyone. I have that activated. So as they're doing that, we just want to thank all of our viewers for joining us today. We had some amazing presentations. So once again, we had Anita with Columbia, Dr. Newcomb with Harvard, and then we had Tiffany that was here with Penn. All right. So you see that information dropping in the chat. And just so you know, we will send this recording out as well. I saw that question that we had in the chat. So we just want to thank you all for joining us once again at the College Tracker Show. And we will see you next time. All right. Thank you all for joining us. See you next time. Bye.